Guys, please like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you're a UFC fan, or really if you're a TJ Dillashaw fan, or even a Aljamain Sterling fan, the UFC champ, by the way. Shout out to the champ, Aljo. Okay, this is gonna be a really entertaining fight, but it's gonna depend on who can impose their style more. This is again a striker versus wrestler type of matchup, with TJ primarily being a striker. As we all know, he's had a lot of knockouts in his UFC career. And Aljo has wrestled his way to victories. And he's had submissions. That's actually how he beat Petr Yan in his last fight. He actually out-wrestled him. He took him down as much as he wanted. He controlled the positioning of the fight. I think he's going to do the same thing with TJ Dillashaw. Look, TJ is a really good striker. He's been in the UFC for almost 10 years now. About 10 years, right? It was 2014 when he won the title the first time. 8 years ago. So, close to 10 years. But I have to go with Sterling. I think Sterling's just going to wrestle. He's going to take him down. It's a bad matchup for TJ Dillashaw, honestly, unless TJ lands a knockout with a head kick or some big strike on the feet. He has 5 rounds to do it. I know cardio won't be an issue for TJ, but I think Aljo's ability to control the place and to dictate the pace of the fight as far as getting a hold of TJ, taking him down, putting him up against the cage to hit him with body shots and knees and other crazy stuff, and constantly not constantly, but enough to keep the fight on the ground busy, to look for submissions, and TJ will be able to defend the submissions. I think Aljo wins a comfortable, unanimous decision. Now, I'm not saying TJ can't beat him, but again, it's a striker versus grappler matchup, so it's a bad matchup for TJ Dillashaw. If Petr Yan had won this fight, this would be a more winnable fight for TJ, just because the fight's more likely going to stay standing, and it would be more entertaining. Again, Aljo needs to take this fight to the ground. He needs to wrestle. He needs to use a clinch. He needs to go for submissions, control how the fight takes place, where it takes place. Basically, Colby Covington versus Jorge Masvidal, for example. Use your wrestling. Don't strike any more than what you have to, and you should win the fight. So Aljo wins 49, 46, 50, 45, something like that. It won't be a boring fight. I think TJ's going to land some shots on his feet, but I think it'll be pretty clear that the grappling and the wrestling will be in favor of Aljo, which usually, again, in terms of striker versus wrestler, the wrestler normally wins.